Today we are going to be tasting, comparing, and ranking fast food burger patties. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura and I love to share with you tips and tricks for how to live a carnivore lifestyle. How can we be on the go, eat out when you're traveling, grab a burger when you're running errands, but still stick to your goals of improving your health and losing weight, and just who needs all the carbs anyway. So in a previous video, I tested 6 different fast food restaurants, kind of some of the most popular ones, and I asked you at the end of it, what other restaurants should I try? And so that's what we're doing today. We got 5 more fast food restaurants. I am using the drive-thru and we are gonna compare taste. We're gonna talk about the ease of order, and I'm gonna list out the price for each one of these places. So hopefully, when you're on the go, you have options that don't have you getting off track. Now, the carnivore police might come for me with this video, but they shouldn't, because all of these restaurants state that they are 100% beef. They don't have any fillers, no gluten, like no junk in the beef. It's just beef. And they all use no seed oils. So they're cooking these on a griddle and then probably reheating them, but they're just beef and salt, and sometimes some of the places use pepper. So they're actually really clean ingredients if you're looking for affordable, easy, and super clean options for eating out on the go. Thank you. Do you have a receipt? Just so I can see it. Thank you. Have a good day. Dairy Queen's single burger patty was $2.17. I did not ask them how many ounces this one is, but it came in this like giant plastic container, very secure. This is a 1/4 pound burger patty. Actually, that looks more like a 2-ounce patty. So this looks like, for the price for the size, that seems more expensive compared to some others. So we'll rank it based on price, but that does have really good char on it. So I do appreciate that. It's super fresh, very juicy. I mean, look at that, like very juicy. In terms of taste, I think it needs salt, but then again, I think everything needs salt. It feels like it's not salted at all, which could be the case. So adding a little salt. Taste, I'm gonna give it a solid 3 out of 10. Nothing that would totally wow me, but pretty decent option. I'm sure they would add cheese and stuff to it as well, but we're just testing the plain burger patties. If you got 3 or 4 of these, you could have like a pretty solid meal for $8. In terms of ease of ordering, super simple. I drove up, said I would like 1 plain burger patty, just the patty. They said, okay, please pull around. So that worked out really well. I want to take a second and let you know that this video is sponsored by Element. Element is a science-backed formula for the electrolyte drink mix. That's this perfect ratio of sodium, magnesium, potassium, and it comes in these convenient little packets that you can take with you anywhere on the go. They also have all of their recipes and formulas on their website just for free. So you can buy the ingredients, mix them up yourself, and not even have to purchase those little packets. I personally like to take them with me. It's just too convenient and I don't have to worry about like measuring stuff out, but they have that option for you if that's something that you're interested in. They also have a deal for all my subscribers where you can go to drinkelement.com/LAURAESPATH and you can get a free sample pack with any purchase. Our family's favorites, we love the unflavored, especially if you don't want any sweeteners, but our family, my kids love the lemonade salt, and then we also really love, now that it's getting colder, we love the chocolate caramel. Like those are a fun winter treat for my kids, and my husband loves to put that in his coffee. Once again, go to drinkelement.com/LAURAESPATH to get that free sample pack today. Thanks to Element for sponsoring this video. Thank you. Have a good day. You too. Okay, Whataburger ease of ordering was a close one. This is the thing about ease of ordering. It kind of depends on who you get. And I will say that most places have no issues giving you a single burger patty plain a la carte. Where they don't like to do a la carte is when you try to add on cheese and bacon and other toppings, and then they're like, now you just got to pay for the full burger and take off the bun. But the guy that I went to the drive-thru, if you're ever worried about them not understanding it, if you go inside, it's actually a lot easier to explain what you want. But part of what I'm testing is like, can you go through the drive-thru? So I asked, he seemed very confused. I think he grabbed somebody else, and because he then came back and like more confidently said, okay, do you want a small burger patty or a large burger patty? And love that. First of all, I love that I have choices. I got a very large package here. So we have a bag and a bag inside of a bag. And they gave me a thing. I asked for a large patty and a small patty just so we could compare. Sometimes like at McDonald's, they're cooked differently. Like you always go for the quarter-pound patty at McDonald's because it's like grilled and it tastes way better than the small patty. So their small patty at Whataburger was $1.20. Ding, ding, love $1.20. And the large burger patty was $2. Large burger patty, there we go. The back side, there's the grilled side, pretty big. And the small burger patty is, let's compare. The smaller burger patty is obviously smaller. Oh, this is so hot. I can't even do it. So I think actually in terms of like meat, it probably is exactly like, sometimes you order like multiple smalls, but it depends on how hungry you are. I think this is going to be their 2-ounce patty and this is going to be the quarter-pound patty. So let's check taste. Very good. The small patty and the large patty taste the same. These do taste like they have a little bit of salt on them. You know, I always love to add more salt. So let's do that. A little bit more. In terms of flavor, we're going to go a 4 out of 5. I do think this is a little bit above average in terms of burger patty flavor. This, I'll say, like, is one of my husband's favorite places to grab burger patties, and then he'll get some cheese on top of it. They even, like, if you like jalapenos, they'll throw jalapenos on it. Like, they'll add bacon. They'll add, so, like, if you're trying to get crazy carnivore and add a whole bunch of toppings, Whataburger is a good place because they do have all of that other kind of stuff, when some places you're stuck with, like, just the beef. But obviously what we are comparing is just the beef. So we're going to go 4. Ease of ordering, I'm also going to give them a 5 because of the fact that, like, they ended up knowing what they were doing. We have multiple patty options. And price is actually pretty solid. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much. First of all, kudos to Carl's Jr. for not using quite so much packaging, but they also had a small patty and a large patty. So once again, I got one of each. Now, if you're not aware, Carl's Jr. is also Hardee's. So like my mom lives in Indiana, it's called Hardee's there. It's the same Star Guy logo, owned by the same corporation. And here we go. Their patties, excellent price, were $1 for a small patty and $2 for a large patty. So I got both patties for $3.25, and it came in this little container. Okay, that's the tiniest patty I've ever seen. That has to be a 1-ounce patty. I mean, listen, quality, value for your dollar. I don't know if that's worth $1, but here's my bigger patty, much thicker, juicier, and this is our $2 large patty. So I would say comparatively, this large patty is actually the same size as the small patty at Whataburger, but let's taste it. That flavor is really good. You can see the grill lines on there, similar to a Burger King. Love that. And the small patty, I think it would be better. This one's like pretty charred and pretty overcooked, but I think they would be the same. Because this is so thin, it's pretty dried out. And I think that it probably would always be that way. So I would opt for the large patty probably every time if I came here again. And I really like that it has the the char flavor on it. So I do think, like, in terms of flavor, we're gonna give this one a 5 out of 5. That one's pretty good. Love that. For ease of ordering, they knew exactly. I pulled up, I said, can I get a plain burger patty? She goes, great, large or small? And I said, one of each. Pull around took 2 seconds. So I felt like they really knew what they were doing. Made it really simple for that. And then in terms of price, we definitely would only be comparing the larger patty. The $2 patty compared to like Burger King or Whataburger, like that makes sense. We'll rank all of the ones based on price at the end. That was fun. He was like, oh, I was going to ask you if you want sauce, but I think it's for your dog. And I was like, no, it's for me. That is what happens every time you order just plain patties. Sometimes they'll even ask you if you don't want salt because they're assuming that you want to feed it to a dog. And I guess dogs aren't supposed to have that much salt. Anyway, I feel like I'm, you know, in that movie Super Size Me, where it's like if they asked him if he wanted to supersize it, he had to say yes. I don't know. It's a weird context, but this, I pulled up again and they said, do you want the large patty or the small patty? And we're on a roll. I love that every place that we've gone to, or like the last 3 places, have all asked, do you want a large or small? And I'm going to say yes if you ask me both. And I love that they have that option. So all we got was the bag, and both of them are in this container. Small patty is probably the 2-ounce patty. This is bigger than Carl's Jr. It's a little dinky. And this is the large patty, which I assume is their 1/4 pound patty. And the guy said, he's like, I kind of explained to him, I was like, no, I'm actually just trying to compare different places to see what's the best burger in case you wanted to like not eat the carbs and you just wanted to have the burger. And he was like, oh, Burger King's way better than us. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I used to work there. They have the flame grill that's pretty good. And he's like, anyway, I got a lot of information about behind the scenes in fast food burger patty world. And he said these are cooked on the flat top. And then just as part of the conversation, I was like, you guys don't use any oils or anything. He's like, nope, we have like a little salt pepper shaker and it's cooked right on the flat top just in its own fat, which, love that. Pretty good. I mean, he's right. The Carl's Jr. Hardee's, and we didn't do Burger King in this video, but in my last video I did, has a really good flavor because it does have that charbroiled flavor. The small one, these taste, ooh, that's not as good. That one's definitely not as good. This one, because it was on the griddle, has a little, like for longer, because it's bigger, has a little bit more of a flavor on it. These are okay. It's not bad. I'm going to go 3 out of 5 of flavor. I didn't even add extra salt, but I don't really think I need to in this case. But yeah, ease of ordering, great. Price, oh, what was the price? I didn't even look. Price was $1.50 for the small patty. I wouldn't do that again. And $2.25 for the large patty, which makes sense if it's like a 2-ounce and a 4-ounce patty. So $2.25 for this patty. I think that's worth it, especially if you got like 2 or 3 of them. Again, you're having a full meal for under $7-8, which, can you do that even if you're eating carbs? No, you can't do that. Thank you. Have a good day. I swear Sonic is the slowest fast food of all time. Like, maybe it was an off day. I know it's not because this is the one by my house. Anytime I go to Sonic, I sit in that drive-thru line. Like, there was 2 cars in the drive-thru and it was a 15-minute wait. Anyway, 1 bag, and this is also cold. So it's not like I was waiting on the patty. And they put it in a bag, which is fine. Clearly cooked on a flat top, which is great. Plain. 1 option of patty price was after tax $2.80. That seems pretty high compared to everything else that we've tried. I mean, for this size patty, you could get them for like $2. So if you were going to get 3 or 4 patties, it's going to end up being like $10, $12 from Sonic. The one good thing I will say is I have like a YouTube short that I did previously where I took a burger patty, and they have hot dogs here. So I took a burger patty, I don't remember if there was cheese on it or not, and I got a hot dog with no bun, and I put the hot dog in the burger patty, and I made myself like a little carnivore taco. So that is a way to take things to another elite level. In terms of taste, it's like, okay, I'm exaggerating when I say cold, but it's definitely like not hot at all. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it tastes kind of the same as the other ones that use the flat top. So pretty standard. I think there's actually more salt on this than some of the other ones. We'll give this a 3 out of 5. Okay, let's do a recap. In terms of ease of ordering, they were all basically the same. I mean, they're all 5 out of 5. I pulled up, I told them what I wanted, and then they gave me the options of small or large in a couple of places, or they just gave me the patty and had no issues figuring out what I wanted. Like I said before, sometimes when things get complicated in terms of ease of ordering is when you want like bacon on top or cheese on top, and like then that can just, depending on how the a la carte buttons are set up on their on their machine, I think things can get a little more complicated. But especially if you're keeping it just plain burger patties, you should have no issues doing this pretty much anywhere you go. The only exception to that is like sometimes in airports or a couple of other places, like random places like that, they don't like doing the burger patties a la carte, but it's very rare to find a place that won't do that. When comparing price, I'm going to list them all out for you. It's nice to know that there are like the small burger patty options. I guess if you just want like 2 bites of something, but I think most of the time you're probably going to want at least one of the larger ones, if not multiple. So I think that's something to consider. And I think when you look at my previous video, I was very specific about looking for like 1/4 pound burger patties. The prices are all very similar. I think in this case, like Sonic's was the highest price, and your Whataburgers being $2 for that large patty is probably going to be the best deal of the ones that I checked out in this video. In terms of taste, I think there wasn't anything that was like crazy standout here. They were all very similar, and I would say like 3 or 4 out of 5 in terms of taste. The one, Whataburgers, was the one, it was so fresh, it was charred, it was like really good flavor, and Carl's Jr. was also really good as well. So like I would rank those a little bit higher, but I don't think any of them were better or worse enough to have me like driving super far out of my way. If, you know, whichever place was the most convenient for me at the time is probably where I would go based on the ones I checked out today. And like I said, don't forget, I have another video that ranks kind of the top 6 most popular places. If I still, between those 2 videos, haven't hit up your favorite, let me know. I know obviously like I'm in Arizona, so I'm limited to ones that are here, but I tried to pick ones that are available in more places than just here. So hopefully, if nothing else, I want you to have ideas and options for what you can eat on the go that doesn't get you derailed and have you like feeling stuck and not knowing what you can get or what you can eat if you're hungry. Hope this was helpful. If there's other ideas of types of foods you want me to try or other restaurants, comment them down below. Thanks for watching. I just ate so many burger patties. I need to go to the gym and sweat this off.